And away we go. There's the plough at the back. Certainly stirring it up. It beats using the bullock, I guess. So he runs it like a bulldozer. He's got two levers on the handle there. One runs the left wheel, the other one runs the right wheel, and he's able to drive it like a bulldozer. Separate clutches for both wheels. Gives you more manoeuvrability. It's the only way to steer the bloody thing, actually. And that plough is on a swivel. She can swivel about 45 degrees either way. Oh, they can adjust that too, how much swivel it's got. And obviously a dirty great big single cylinder diesel running that. A thumper. Stirring it up. Obviously they hit the paddy just before it gets completely flooded. Okay. We're good. So here we go. Walking along the freshly flooded rice paddies. All the seedlings in bunches waiting to be planted by the ladies. And there's a field there completely planted out. Just been done. Have to pay attention to what I'm doing here. It's pretty slippery underfoot and I've got shoes on, so I'm at a disadvantage. If I had toes I'd be able to grip it, so I don't want to go arse over tit in front of all these locals. They'll just piss themselves and talk about it for the next 20 years. So I'm just going to go real careful here. Uh-oh, got ourselves a major stumbling block here. Well, that makes life fucking interesting, doesn't it? I'm not going to be able to get through there without picking up those pipes. There we go. So I might just put this camera away for a minute. Okay, the women are at it. It's the heat of the day. It's the highest point. And we've got the hats on. Very good reason for the hats. It's pretty hot out here. Lucky I had the shorts on today. But look, yeah, they've been at that for about 2 hours now, roughly 2 hours, and they've got probably 2/3 of it done, maybe halfway. The lads are over here getting all these seedlings prepared, so I'll pop over there and have a look at that. So this bloke's preparing all the stoops. Washing all the I think he's washing all the excess mud out of it, so the roots are freed up. And he's just tying that off. Yeah, he's washing the mud out of the roots. So they're not carting around a whole bunch of dirt. Probably plants easier too that way. Yeah, so the boys are at it in the heat of the day. They've got the hats on too. Spaced them out every 5 or 6 feet. Everyone's got a job. Everyone knows what they're doing. They probably delegate different jobs to different people and rotate it on a regular basis so everyone knows the whole process. Yeah, it's smart. I just said to an Indonesian, I feel sorry for you, so they're having a bit of a chat about that. They think it's pretty funny. Oh geez, there's not many overweight women up here, I'll tell you, or blokes. It's a pretty physical life, I think. They're pretty healthy people, I'd imagine. Tough lives, but active ones. Actually, it's deceptive because they're doing this process. They'll probably spend a day planting, or the last 2 days planting out all these rice paddies. And really that's it for a while. They can sit back and do a little bit of maintenance, a couple of hours every day, come and keep an eye on things. But really, in about 3 months' time, they're going to have food coming out their ears, so who's to say life's that hard here really? You know, they've got their systems worked out. They've been doing this a couple of thousand years, they know what they're doing. They harvest their own seed, they grow their own seedlings. Monsanto's not involved, thank fuck for that. And they've got their own food security, not dependent on anyone. They just pump the water up, it takes a couple of hours to get the paddies flooded. They just pump it up with a diesel motor, flood the field, then keep it topped up, and then basically come and harvest it in 3 months' time. Not a bad system. Meanwhile, back in Australia, most of the population in my country are totally dependent on road trains. Once the trucks stop running to Kmart and Woolies and Coles, they're basically fucked in 3 days. And they think they've got the system worked out. I think a lot of Western countries are in for a nasty shock in the next year or so. And it's looking like we've got a huge economic collapse coming. But these people won't know about it. I mean, these people earn $2 or $3 a day. As if they're going to give a fuck about an economic collapse, really. They'll still be sitting at home cooking their nasi, boiling up their rice and eating their bananas and coming down the lake, do a bit of fishing. I don't think they'll give a shit about what happens in the West. They're well out of it. Good luck to them. And it's just like a human sewing machine, really. Just stitching the land up with plants, putting a stitch in every 6 inches. There we go, there's a fresh bundle. A two. They obviously enjoy the work. They're out here having a chat and nattering away, having a bit of a gossip, having a bit of a laugh. Surely this is how human beings are supposed to be. You know, these people are totally empowered. So what, they don't have a brand new car, 4-wheel drive Range Rover and a flat screen. I got my suspicions that these people have higher levels of satisfaction and inner happiness than millions of people in the West. sitting there watching Australian Idol or a current affair or CSI. You reckon these people are missing out because they're not sitting at home every night of the week watching cop shows or Border Patrol or some reality show? Nice thing about these cultures, these agrarian cultures, is that everyone's got clearly defined roles. You know, the males know what they've got to do and the females know what they've got to do. There's no confusion or debate in universities about who does what and what it is to be male and what it is to be female. You know, obviously it's a man's job to run the plough. Every boy needs a shed, every boy needs a machine. That's a given. And obviously the men do a lot of the hard manual stuff, digging and flooding the paddies and getting the seedlings organised. And I imagine sometimes they plant fields too as well. But on this occasion there's a clearly defined roles. The men are preparing the seedlings and the women are putting the seedlings out. The girls are backing me into a corner here. They're slowly but surely working their way from there right back to me. They're all going to end up in my lap very soon. I better get out of here because it could look a bit inappropriate. Oh geez, they're deceptively quick. They've done 2/3 now since I've been here filming. They're creeping along at about a mile an hour. No, they're not. They're creeping along at about 100 metres an hour. How's that?